The first one was setting goals, specifically a SMART goal. A SMART goal is SMART is an acronym, okay? All of us should have goals at all times in our life. Alrighty. But what is a SMART goal, Miss Smith? Well, when you're setting goals, you don't want to be just super broad and general, but instead you want to follow the acronym to create very quality goals that will help you succeed in your goals. And the acronym is this: S is for specific. So, meaning when you're setting a goal, you really, really, really want to nail down exactly what you're trying to accomplish. M is measurable, meaning how will I know whether or not I actually attain my goal? A is attainable. Is it possible for you to even do this goal? R is realistic. Is it realistic to you? So, yes, it's attainable. It's literally possible to do. But is it realistic in the life that you live? And then T is for time. So, when you're setting a goal, you should always say in 2 months, in a week, in 5 years, in a month. All right. So, when you're setting goals, think smart. All right. On your paper, it's going to have you make and create a goal. This goal, though, however, has to be centered around your physical fitness. So, what is a goal that you have and you're going to create now to improve your physical fitness in the next 2 months? The next 2 months, usually, guess what? There's a lot of different holidays happening, okay? And usually that includes delicious food. So, let's focus a little bit on our physical fitness. How in the next 2 months can you improve your physical fitness? Remember, your goal must be SMART. Write it down. Make sure you follow directions on the paper. Get that done. Once you're done, move on. But for now, pause me here and get this done on your paper. Boundaries. Oh, this is the second great thing that's going to help you build the foundation. So we're going to set goals for our life. The other thing is having and maintaining boundaries. Well, what's a boundary, Miss Smith? It's deciding what you will and will not do, what you will and will not talk about, what you will and will not tolerate. All right, so these are good to have because they do help you when you're and you come to a crossroads. They help you be your most healthy, positive self. If you set a boundary and you say, you know what, I decided a long time ago that I'm not going to drink alcohol until I'm 21. So when you do come to that crossroad and you've set that boundary for yourself, it makes the decision easier. And how do I know what your boundaries are? That's a beautiful question. No one can tell you really but your family and yourself. Your boundaries are going to be all different, and it's all going to be based upon your own personal values, your beliefs, and then the differences. Again, a lot of it comes from our families, what our families believe, our personal values in our families, and then you as well. Again, when we set boundaries and you say, I will or will not do this, this is where I draw the line, it will help you maintain a healthy foundation. So, critical thinking question. You're going to write this on your paper. How are boundaries important when you're trying to make healthy decisions? So, how are they important when you are trying to actually make a decision to have a boundary? Write it down, pause me here. Another thing that will help you build a healthy foundation is having positive, healthy relationships with people. I'm not only talking about like girlfriend, boyfriend, okay, but relationships with our friends, relationships with our parents, our guardians, our siblings, teachers, all right? And honestly, these are four huge, major key things that are going to help you build a positive relationship. Positive habits, you're both you and the person whoever in the relationship with you are with, could be a friendship, right? You both aka make are making healthy choices. Second is friendship. Do you have a type of friendship with that person? That's going to help build a positive relationship with the person. Three is honesty. Are you honest with the person? Can you trust the person? Can they trust you? And number four is you're respecting each other. Again, you don't have to agree with them on every single topic, but you're at least respectful of one another. So these are four good attributes of a positive relationship. All right, so now these four attributes listed here are attributes of a positive relationship, right? You're both you both have positive habits, you're both making good choices, you have a friendship of some kind, you're honest with one another, and you respect one another. So, knowing these four attributes, how do you, in your opinion, how can you build a positive relationship from these four attributes? How can you build one from positive habits? How do you build one from having a friendship? How do you build one from being honest with each other? And how do you build it with respect? You need to talk about each of the 4 attributes on your paper. Write it down. Make sure you answer it completely. If you feel as though you're in an unhealthy relationship, again, not just like romantic, but it could be a friendship. Okay, how could you end an unhealthy relationship? Maybe there's not a lot of respect there. Maybe one friend is starting to not make healthy choices, they're not positive choices. Maybe you can't trust the person. Uh, how could you end it? Think back to communication. Alrighty. Pause me here and answer.